Hello and welcome to the channel. This is Steel City Knives. Right, as you can see from the thumbnail, I'm doing my May EDC. So this is something that I did before I had the channel. I've repurposed an old jewellery box that the missus was going to chuck out. As you can see, it's got compartments that I've utilised, and I usually mix it up a little bit and I'll put bits and pieces wherever. But this is usually how it goes. I have 5th pocket knives, my sort of normal size pocket knives that I sort of carry the most, and then usually a few moderns will be chucked in this. So the idea of this is I keep a lot of my stuff in wallets and stored out the way. So back before I had the YouTube channel, I used to get some out, chuck it in here, and then every month just mix it up a bit and replenish it. That was the idea. And I thought it'd be good for the channel. So the start of the month, I'd pick something out. The end of the month, I'd give you a review of what I enjoyed carrying, what I was carrying the most, how I got on with it, things like that. And then I'd put some more in to give us something else for the next month. Now, I didn't keep it up for March and April, and my mate Rich over at True Budget EDC pulled me up on it recently. So if this is something you enjoy and you want me to carry on, let me know in the comments section. But I quite enjoy doing it. I did it before I had the channel. It's something I'd like to carry on. It keeps me... I'm always rushing around, as most probably people can relate to me. You know, having a job, kids and all the rest of it. You're always rushing around. So it's good just to have something like this on your dresser or in your bedroom that you can, you get ready, you pick up a knife for the day and you're out the door. So I'm not a massive EDC guy. I like my knives. I'm starting to get into the whole EDC, and I blame a few channels on YouTube for that. But I'm starting to quite like flashlights and pens and things like that. So that's something that I'll be adding to it as well. But yeah, so should we start off with the key ring? So I have a guy to thank for this. So there's a guy called Mikey Newman that we all know in the community. He's got his own YouTube channel. He predominantly does shorts. He's on lives, and he watches a lot of lives, so you'll see him in the comment section. UK guy, really funny guy, really nice bloke. He loves Leathermans. And I'm on the Discord with him, and the passion in which he talks about them, has had them throughout his life, really rates them. I never really owned one, weren't really my thing. Not that I disliked it, I just never owned one. So, but the way that he spoke about it made me want to try one out. So I went with the Leatherman Micra. This is my first sort of dabble into Leathermans, and I love it, absolutely love it. This has been on my key ring now for 2 months. It can hold its own against a Victorinox as far as I'm concerned. I love the design of it. We all know what's in a Leatherman Micro. I won't go through it. The big one for me, why I love Victorinox key rings, is the tweezers. Because obviously I've got 2 young kids. I'm outdoors a lot. My line of work, we have a lot of metal splinters and things like that. So the tweezers come in really handy. The Leatherman tweezers are, they do have them on this Micro, so I just loved it, and I just didn't want to get rid of it. So I've been carrying this for 2 months, but, variety is the spice of life. So I'm going to mix it up for the Rambler this month, so we'll be taking it off and replacing it with the Rambler. So the flashlight that I've had also on there for a couple of months, because this thing is brilliant. I got it in the sale. It cost me about £10. It's an Olight i3 EOS. Really light, really sort of small and compact. I just really love this thing. And now I'm going to be replacing it with this. I forgot I had this. I bought this a few years ago. This was an AliExpress buy. This is the Make Astrolux M03. When it first came to me, it's all copper. Now it weighs about the same as this, maybe even a bit more heavier. But as you can see, it's going to take up less real estate. When I first bought this, it was really shiny, really nice. Like I said, I thought I'd lost it. Now I've got the channel, I'm getting a bit more organised with my gear. So it's USB chargeable, and I charged it up recently. It's still working, still doing well. It's got a nice O-ring on there, so it's IP rated to a certain degree. But yeah, I love this thing. And like I say, I thought I'd lost it, found it in a drawer. It's patinaed up really nice, so I'll be replacing the Olight with this. And that is the Astrolux M03. But yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. Right, on to the knives. Excuse me. Right, so I always select, I select the knives, then I'll get a few slips that fit that, because I do like carrying a knife in a slip. Again, it's a slippery slope. I started off with knives, then you start collecting flashlights, pens, leather slips are one. Now I'm going to start to get some from some of the YouTubers. I want to build my leather slip collection up. I've already had a few from Randy WSG. I've carried this a lot in April. This is one of his. I love this print. I love the stamp. It fits my GEC 15 really well, and I carried that a lot in April. But yeah, just a really nice. And Randy WSG has now started selling them. He's got a page on the Discord that I'm on. That's Slip Joint Sawyer's Discord. I don't know if he's selling it anywhere else, but he's been very kind too. I've got 2 of his, and yeah, it just fits it a treat. I love the shape of it. It's getting nice and distressed now. This was a really good carry in April, and I love this. This is one of my favourite knife patterns. It's a boy's knife pattern. I bought this from Wee Judd. Now, I think Wee Judd must have coated it with something. I've got some of the stuff myself. I'm trying to think what it's called. But museums use it to protect materials from the elements, and it creates a barrier, because this took so long to get a patina. I've never known any carbon steel to take as long as this did, so he must have protected it in some way. But yeah, I really enjoyed carrying that in April. Excuse me. Right, let me clear my throat. So these are, should we go through the knives? So these are the moderns. So I always have a bit of a beater knife, a bit of a cheaper one. So this is the K-Bar Dozer. I've had this for quite a few years now. This has cut all sorts, roof fell all sorts, and it's been used and abused. I think at one point it even got booted, as you can tell from the pocket clip. But yeah, it takes a lot of punishment and asks for some more. It's a really good work knife. So I picked that one for the dirty, sort of real workhorse jobs. And then this is the other modern. So this is a Spido Pingu. I watched Jake's, he did a video on the more modern version of this. So the Spido do some weird and wonderful knives. They really do some insane knives. Some of their weirder designs don't really get much of a show on YouTube, but I don't know if it's an unusual sort of shape and size. I think they brought it out for the Dutch market to make it Dutch legal. Check Jake's video out on the more recent iteration of this, because it was a really good video. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, this is one of the older models. Again, it was made for the Dutch market. I've lost the pocket clip and I don't know what I've done with it, but I've got a few Spidocos, so we'll soon lob another one on that. But yeah, so it's a Voxnez and Anso collaboration. I like Voxnez. I've done a bit of a video on him already as a designer. But yeah, unusual sort of style of knife, shape, but one I really enjoy. I've had it, I don't know how long I've actually had this for, but I know it's an older knife. But yeah, it's in N690, made in Maniago, Italy. But yeah, just and it's quite a small knife. But yeah, really nice. But yeah, I'll be carrying that this month. Right, the fifth pocket knives. These are something that I do actually carry quite a bit, and I don't mind a fifth pocket knife, and sometimes I can just carry a fifth pocket knife. So we've got a Bea Peanut here. It's got the sort of cheaper looking sort of wood on there, but I do quite like it. It's but yeah, so this is a single bladed Peanut. I've had this for quite a while now, and I've not really given it much pocket time, so I think it's time to put it to work, really. But yeah, nice little just fifth pocket knife. This is a George Wolstenholme pen knife, but this is one that actually has England on it. So if you know George Wolstenholme, you know why that's relevant. And it's got a bit of a... So I love this, and this is the same. So it's stamped, so that's not going anywhere. And I love it when they do that. It will just test, it will, you know, stay there forever. Half stop. Is that one got a half stop? I can't remember if that had a half stop. No, that's a Kang Tang and then half stop with the smaller blade. But nice little, didn't cost me a great deal. It's just a plastic delt, sort of plastic coverers. Nothing fancy, but just a really well built, good knife. Look at that, sunken joints as well. Really nice, good fifth pocket. Just on the limit of fifth pocket. It is slender, but it is a longish sort of fifth pocket, but it does fit in your fifth pocket. Excuse me. Right, and then we've got a GEC, Unexcelled, number 6. I've had this for a while now. And I was hoping to, I want to show you it before I use it anymore and get that patina on. Now, this is quite a good subject, really. I do use my... I heard somebody say, why would you use a GEC, a collector, recently? You know, how expensive they are, and, you know, you've obviously clearly got cheaper knives. Now, I do tend to use them. All collectors or knife enthusiasts are different. They all have different mentalities. They all think differently. I know in America the prices on the secondary market especially are absolutely insane for GECs. And if I spent a really, you know, a massive amount of money, I'd be inclined not to use it. But with carbon steel, I always find if you use it, it sort of protects it with that patina. Still got to oil it, but it just offers it a bit more of a protection. And my sort of mentality is life's a bit too short. I'm not one to trade or sell knives. It might change. I'm not saying that's, you know, it definitely might change throughout the years. And but yeah, I really enjoy using really premium knives anyway. Obviously, you want to be a bit more careful and just be, you know, you don't want to damage them, but, you know, a bit of use never hurt them. But yeah, I know there's a lot of people, and I'm not one of these people that are like, there was that whole phase going around saying use your stuff. You know, I'm not in that camp either. Do whatever you want. It's your knives. I've got no opinion either way. You do what you want. I couldn't care less, to be honest. I'm just telling you where I am. The GCs I have, I can't see me ever getting rid of, and I really do enjoy them. And they're so well built and just a brilliant knife to carry. You know, and even over here, they're not cheap knives, but they're you know, I just enjoy carrying them. we could talk about this for ages, really. But what I did notice about this one is this is supposed to be sandbar stag. Now that could be stag. That to me looks like bone that they've sort of made to look like stag. So quite unusual, really. And I've also, you know, if something's really beautiful or spot on, I tend not to want to use it. I'll be honest with you. That's when I want to look after it. I was shown a Puma knife recently, and the wood is just absolutely stunning. And when it's that nice, you don't want to use it. But if you find a flaw or maybe something like with this, I wasn't too impressed with this side. This side's absolutely brilliant. And that could be to stag, definitely. But this side, it's a bit lackluster. I don't know, so that makes me want to use it more. It's crazy, isn't it? It is absolutely the way we think about things. But sometimes when it has got a bit of a flaw, it makes me more inclined to use it. But I love this. I seen Messa HQ talking about this quite a while ago now, a few months ago, isn't it? I seen one on the second-hand market. It's pretty much unused when I got it. So yeah, I just snapped it up for a good price, really. So yeah, but it's a little coat bowl pattern, but really nice fifth pocket. I love that Warncliffe blade. But yeah, I wanted to show you the etch before it gets all patinaed up. But lovely walk and talk and really nice pull on it and all the rest of it. And this is a new one for me. This is the Pioneer X. And it's in the coloured A-locks. Now, if you've had a coloured A-locks before, you know they get distressed. So that's why I've chose another one of Randy's slips, because this is a larger size and this is a 3-lane knife that should offer it a bit of protection. I don't mind the distressed look. I do love this blue, and I'm going to try and keep it as nice as I can for as long as I can. So I probably will end up putting it in a slip, but love this. Love the colour. Talking of slips, I usually just pick them size dependent and things like that. This is an Robert Class camel leather, beautiful. It's got a felt lining, really nice. It's long and it's slim, so it fits knives like this absolutely perfect. It really does. So I love this thing, and it wasn't overly expensive. I think it was about £10, but camel leather, felt lined, really good quality. This is what's the company, independent company on Etsy. What's it called? HRS Leatherwork. He hasn't done, I've not seen any leather knife slips on his site for quite a while now, but he did used to do them. This is his stamp, little anchor. He does do challenge coins and wallets and things like that, leather cases, but I've not seen him do any leather slips, but I've got a few from him and I'm just really impressed with it. This is like a natural sort of colour, really enjoy that colour, and then obviously that Randy WSG slip. I'm not massive into my hanks. I've only got 2. I've not really gone down that rabbit hole, but this is a really good company, small independent company on Etsy, mine Bea Kind, about £10-13, something like that. Really good designs, wash really well, and the only 2 that I have EDC hanks are from that company. Right, so what else we got? We have got this Low and Messa. So again, talking about ones that have not got, like, there's a gap here. I think there's a bit of gap where the wood meets the bolsters in one point, but look at it. It's just beautiful, beautiful wood, stamped again, so that's not going anywhere. Really, really nice knife, and just built to be used, and just absolutely got so much character. Love the blade shape. I got this out recently. I can't remember what the video was for. But yeah, just made me want to, I've got to start carrying it. So I thought I'd lob it in here. And then this is a case, copperhead, but with the Warncliffe blade. This is one of my most recent case purchases. I bought 2. This one, I sent the first one that I got back. I bought this from Moonmaker Knives, the only place to buy case knives, in my opinion, in the UK. Tony is a brilliant person, no affiliation. Really enjoy. I've been buying from him for years and years and years. His case knives are really reasonable. He's a terrific guy. He's 78, runs it with him and his wife. Just a really nice guy. If you ring him up and talk to him, you're just a funny guy as well. The last time I called him, I was absolutely in stitches. He's just such a nice bloke. Really like dealing with him. I returned the original one and he sent me this. I was really pleased with it. He did tell me that it's slightly raised on the back spring. And the full open. Guess what? I don't care. I love this thing. I first seen this knife on Mr. Barlow's channel, and ever since I've seen it, I wanted it. Then they stopped, obviously, producing this sort of covers. Tony had a couple, and I just snapped it up, really. I love it. Absolutely love it. I love the blade shape. I like the pull on it. I like the walk and talk. It's just, there's a bit of a gap. Like I say, it's got a proud back spring. I don't care. It's centered down the middle. Just absolutely love it. Love that double X shield that Case does. Absolutely brilliant knife. Can't wait to carry it this month. Right, that's it. I try not to make it a massive long video. Like I say, if you want me to carry on doing this stuff, I will, because this is what I do anyway usually. So I'll just take you along with it. Right, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Thank you.